OMG. What a predicament. Oh, I'm going to turn this off. Everybody, I'm waiting for everyone to get in. I just had a last minute phone call to take really quick. Okay, let me turn this down. All right. Welcome in. Welcome to Be So Light Tribe. As we're just starting off, I know some people will come in as they need to. Others will come and check and see if it fits for them. Keep what works for you. Leave the rest. My name is Felicia, also known as Priestess Michaela, aka also known as Taino name of Niana. What a predicament! And what movie was that on? That movie was, it had 2 stars when he said those words. And the 2 stars involved in that movie was Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. What movie was that? When he looks at him and says, what a predicament. Because what a predicament. What a predicament we're in. Okay, I have some things I need to talk about and to cover. This is for the healers, the light healers. You need to try this out on yourself. This is very important to help for what's coming. Okay. Everyone, if you have been doing your work and you have been paying attention and you've been moving up to that new frequency of energy, you are feeling things, sensing things, and things are arising a lot faster for you and manifesting faster for you. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what that is. I have several weaknesses. Before I get into what we're going to talk about, key lime pie, traditional soul food and Mexican food, traditional foods, and chocolate raisinets. Those 3 things, I could not work for the CIA or the FBI, or because all they would have to do is bring that in. You're like, I'll tell it all. All right, enough of that. All right, so if you are a male and you're in the house and you are in, what's going on out there, and you are in the tribe, remember our tradition here is that the men are the warriors. They keep everything safe on the parameters, and we, the men, make sure that the women stay safe within the circle. Okay, so that's how we run our sacred tribe here and bring in that light energy here. So people just come in and I'll just be talking. Come on in. We're just going to build it as we go. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification so you know when I go live, because today I wanted to go a little earlier, but I had a lot of loose ends to tie up and take care of some things. So I just said, okay, I'm going to do this. All right. And welcome from around the world. Whoever's watching from around the world, welcome. I hope you're being safe. I hope you're well and know that you're loved. All right. So, what a predicament. This particular thing that I really want to teach the healers, and this is the message that I got last night in prayer when I went up into the ethers and connected into my meditation realm. As we are moving through this frequency and the poles are shifting now again, but they're not shifting in a way where, okay, fine, it's going to go like, no, it shifts every now. It does its shifting. So what's happening as we are going on this higher frequency, we spiritually are feeling a lot of tightness in our chest, okay? And sometimes what's happening, this tightness is making people feel like they're having either a heart attack or they're having asthma, they're having a breathing problem. And then because of all of the stuff around us that tells us, oh, it's COVID, I'm going to have a COVID now. What's also happening, if you check yourself, check your temperature, make sure you're not running a temp and everything, or you're not having the symptoms of that. I'm not negating that. I'm coming from the spirit realm point of view. When you are moving into this higher frequency, the way we've been moving into it, we are literally spiritually getting that fifth chamber of the heart, because we're opening and we're coming from our heart chakra. We're coming from our heart of passion. We're coming from our heart of our soul. That part of us is waking up, and that is the new energy that is required for being on the fifth dimension. Going into the fifth dimension, we have to totally be rewired and reset in order to be there. Okay? So, with that being said, there's a lot of stuff going on right here in the center of the chest. Okay? Notice how this and this are the two things that are being, I won't say the word attack is not the right word, is more focus on energetically. It's the chest and then the head. Okay? So, here in the center of the chest, in our heart, as we're making that fifth chamber, okay? Those of you that do body work, guess what your homework assignment is tonight? I was already taught how to do it, and let me tell you, I did it on myself, and it hurt for about maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then there was this quick release. So, my specialty is working the spine. I go through and I work the spine with oils. I go through and I feel, and I go through and I set frequencies through the spine as I'm working on the person. Therefore, when you're working on yourself and you're not working on the spine, you're going to work from the clavicle and you're working down the sternum. Okay. Now remember, the frequency for bronchitis, asthma, to get a quick frequency in until you get wherever you have to be to get medicine or what, is 7344, 7344. 787 you can use, 880, but 7344 I have found has worked really well for me. And other people have tried it and they like it too. 7344. So by stimulating those points and thinking of those light-coded energy frequency going down the center of the sternum, you follow all the way down the sternum. And this is what's really important, because of the left side is getting a lot of changes, because this is the receiving side, okay, the receiving side. So now you're receiving all of this changing on this side. So you're taking the 2 fingers and you are going through and pushing right across the pectoral muscle, and you're guiding all the way down where the intercostals meet right here through the sternum. As you walk down, and if for a woman, you'll have to gently go underneath the curve of where you're going underneath the boob. And after you're going, there's a dip, and your index finger will naturally guide into this little dip in the rib, right there. If you're doing it right, you will feel a slight tenderness and it will feel sore. And then all you do is just keep guiding down into that divot of the rib itself and keep going, and it'll stop. Press and then lift. You're going to feel an immediate release. Your whole chest is going to go, kid you not. This is the new thing that is going to help so many people to get what everyone is feeling. I got goosebumps all over me. Look at this. Bumps all over me. To open up and release the heaviness. I should say release the kraken. To release the heaviness and the tightness in the chest. I did that on myself because I couldn't believe how quick that was. I did it on myself 3 times because it was just amazing. And to use the frequency and pushing into that tissue and then releasing all of that. So this is going to be really important because this is being changed. This whole section right here is being reset, recalibrated, so that we can breathe and expand and take in that new life force that is in a higher frequency of our crystalline body self on 5. Now, some of you are probably like saying, Felicia, what the hell are you talking about? Bear with me. Things are changing physically in your body. I am getting phone calls from people saying, what the heck is going on? I can't, I'm waking up and I'm hot and it doesn't feel like a hot flash or anything. I am waking up and I feel like I'm on fire. But I go check myself thinking, oh my God, I probably got a fever, and temperature is normal. We are getting extensive amount of downloads for those of us that are ready to be on that 5 frequency, 5D. Now, 3Ders, if you're a 3D person, like what's been going on in Minneapolis, that's 3D. Okay, that's a lot of fighting. Justice needs to be served. Energy is the people are like, we're not putting up with this anymore. You got this wave of energy going on, and it's just dancing. And then finally it snaps, and then it has to come into order. Okay, so the heat that you're feeling is not so much, I can't really describe it as a Kundalini awakening or anything, because that really starts more down in the base of the tailbone area, the root areas, where that comes up and you start to feel that whip of energy coming up through the spine. This is more of a calibrational heat of when you're receiving these light codes and these downloads that are coming through, that's working with the DNA of the body, the light codes. You're being lit up literally. And yes, when these activations come in, it can cause you to feel really hot. You can have high-pitched sounds in the ears. You can feel dizzy. You can get the heat just envelops you. And then all of a sudden it just goes away like nothing. Then you get cold. You're like, oh, what's going on? And then another wave comes in and does the same thing. Then that's round 2, round 3, depending on how many. And then usually after you've had it two or maybe 3, depending on what the attunements are that your team or creator, whatever is aligned with you, that you are aligned with soul wise, and is allowing that light code to come in, and that frequency alignment with you is being activated. So light workers, you know the name of the game. When you're feeling it, you're just going with it. And that's another reason why I said drink water. And I already have some people saying, I can't get enough water in. I'm drinking water like I don't know what, and I'm still not getting enough water in. Just keep drinking the water. Just keep working with it, keep drinking the water. Because the water helps you to ease into the resetting. And this is another thing too. Your appetite's going to change. 1 minute you'll feel really, really, really hungry, like, oh my God, I got to eat right now. And then the other time you're going to feel kind of like, well, not really too hungry. I'm fine. Okay. So that has a lot to do with it. So I just wanted to come on and talk about this whole new thing that some of you are going to feel guided to learn how to do. If you're doing it on a man, it's easy to do because you're going straight down. Women just have to kind of guide in, or either teach the person how to go into that area so that they can move that tissue and release that point there. That's the release. It's that acupressure point right down in that chest area. It's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. So another thing I wanted to talk about is, if you are a massage therapist, I am in love with this oil. Okay. And the reason why I'm in love with this oil is because it has so many good smells to it. Works so good. I love it, love it, love it. It has your eucalyptus. It has your, I want to look at the bigger box. I'm a little older now. Peppermint, eucalyptus, catapooch, juniper, wintergreen, and clove. It's in this. Number one thing, as I was saying yesterday, as we were talking about different oils, we only have June, July, August before September comes in. This is the number one thing I start collecting in September. It's my favorite oil. When you're using this, it's automatically, when it gets on your hands, whatever you come in contact with, it's going to kill it on contact. Okay? Whatever is not sitting pretty. Yes! I'm loaded with that. Then I got my two favorites. Out here where I am, there's an Elliott's. Not sure if you're going to be able to find anything like this in any other locations, any other states. But this one from Elliott's is called Energy Boost. I like this one. It has a combination of Himalayan cedarwood. It also has peppermint, rosemary, and it has eucalyptus added into this. So this is an energy boost. Now, what I will do with this, I will also, if someone has had a lot of trauma and their energy's been low, I will use a grapefruit essential oil combination down the spine. But where I start is I actually take and go right in the mid part of the spine and go straight down and work that whole lower back with a few drops of grapefruit essential oil to boost up the adrenal glands so that that person can get a boost of energy. Best way to kind of help that person. The best way to heal your adrenal glands is by getting rest. So some of us are really adrenal deficient right now. You have a little bit of sparse, and the way you know that you're really deficient is that you keep going for the stimulants. You keep going for the coffee. You keep going for that rock star or that drink that has all the caffeines in it, and just to get you going. That's because your adrenals are already shot and they need to heal. And the best way you support those adrenals is eating good foods that support the adrenals and resting. That's the quickest way to boost the adrenals back up, is to rest, because they are responsible for that fight or flight. And where have we been for the 2 to 3 months? Fight or flight. We've been in that stress mode. So let me tell you, as we're moving forward, and I said this yesterday, you're going to see a lot of crazy stuff. You just are. People have been boxed up in their houses, or, they got all the worry in the world going on right now, how they're going to be moving forward. So it is key to keeping your body and your immune system up, because it is so important. Supporting your family, your children, yourself, taking care of yourself first. What's the first thing you learn when you're on the plane? They say put the mask on first before you put it on somebody else. You got to take care of you so that you can be there for others. Paying attention to when you need to get that rest. And once again, stop the people pleasing. Start living your passion. Start living from your heart. Start doing what you're feeling called to do that is going to help people in the world. How do you want to help? How do you want to be of service? Okay. Another one I got is, oh, wait a minute, I did the wrong one. This one's called Head Relief. I love this one. This is great for sinuses. This is also, I've used this one for craniosacral. And this one has lavender, basil, rosemary, orange, peppermint, eucalyptus. So this is a really neat one to use to help when you're working right here underneath the occiput. So if people have a lot of pressure and sinus going on here, normally allergies, whatever's hitting in this area, if you put your eucalyptus, peppermint, wintergreen, any of these oils right where the divot of your cap of your skull meets and it dips in, put it right there. Taking a nice deep breath, hold the breath, stimulate it, and then breathe it out. You will feel the whole thing of your head open and the sinuses will just go. I love doing that to people. It's such when they're laying down on a table, they're always saying, oh, I feel so stuffy, everything. Yeah, I know you feel stuffy. All right, turn over. And when they're over, I take and lift their head. I'll hold up their head. I'll put the oil right there in the divot. And I said, okay, now breathe that in. And they're like, oh my gosh, my sinuses just opened up. I said, yeah, hello, magic, yappa dabba doo. All right, so head relief works really good for that. If you don't have this, then you can use eucalyptus. You can use the peppermint. That can go in and do that work for that. Okay, so let's talk about another oil that I want you to pay attention to. And it was already, okay, I wasn't planning on that, but since it just opened up right to that, I'll just say it. Obviously, I'm supposed to say this. Ravensara. Ravensara is another good one that's excellent to use, and it's Ravensara. Ravensara. You've probably seen it on the shelf, but didn't know what it was all about. But this is what it does. Antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infection, antiseptic, antiviral, expectorant. Here we go. Bronchitis. It works with insomnia, mononucleosis, the kissing disease, they also call it. Epstein-Barr's disease, they also call it. Muscle fatigueness, shingles, sinusitis, and viral hepatitis. So it works with all of those different elements of the body when you use Ravensara. Now, Ravensara, I will use a couple of drops of that straight down the sternum. because it really helps to open up bronchioles and everything we use. And once again, when you're working with the spot, the points, and releasing the muscle just by spiral. I really kind of caught myself when I do that. It's like I'm doing a spiral thing when I do that. It's just natural. So that's one. Another one that works really well, you might find it kind of tricky to find it, is the black pepper oil. And the black pepper oil, if you cannot find that, you can make it yourself, but it does have to be the circular natural form of the black pepper, not crushed already. It has to be already in its form. And then you're taking that and putting it into an olive oil or a sesame seed oil if you want. I normally can make an extraction of it maybe in olive oil and use it in that form. But the black pepper will work as an analgesic, something for pain, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antispasmodic. That means muscle cramping or spasms. And it can work as an expectorant, a laxative, a stimulant, and also an aphrodisiac. Black pepper also, if you put it on your food in Ayurvedic, is good for anyone that's kapha. Yes, please. Works good for anyone that has kapha to be able to open up those areas of the body to increase that circulation. So that's what the black pepper does. So put that on your list. Okay, another one to add to the list tonight, and then that is all I'm going to give you. And this is going to be, actually, it's going to be two because I see the other one on the other side. Okay, orange is a good one to use, whether that be a sweet orange or just a basic orange. Orange is good. I mix in a lot of orange in my frequency work, and as well as when I'm doing the body work on someone, I'll put the orange in. But orange is really good to use because it's an antidepressant. How many people are going to be trying to figure things out? Antidepressant, antiseptic, antispasmodic, digestive. It works with that. A sedative and a tonic. So orange is very relaxing. It can be very relaxing. So you can actually hit these 2 points here to bring in relaxation, to bring in relaxation, to bring in relaxation. Okay. That's a good one to use for the body. And it works good for bronchitis, colds, also works for cardiac spasms and menopause, insomnia, heart palpitations, tissue repair, and water retention. It works good for that. The one down from that is the last one I want to share with you is the oil of oregano. Okay, here's the deal with this. Oil of oregano is a beautiful plant to work with. It's right up there with thyme, but thyme is a little bit more aggressive than your oil of oregano. And it's a little bit maybe too hot for some people. And when I say hot, I don't mean like in spicy. I mean like it has a heat, a natural heating to it, to this particular plant. So oil of oregano can be used a little bit to treat anything that's going on in the body. So it is antibacterial, antifungal, anti-parasite, immune stimulant, and anti-septic. So viral, bacterial, fungal, parasite, and immune booster. It works good for asthma and bronchitis and pulmonary tuberculosis. Now, tuberculosis, from a nursing point of view, anyone that has TB, you have to be on the regimens for that. So anyone, if you notice someone that's constantly coughing and they start coughing up blood, they immediately need to be seen by a doctor. They immediately need to get the treatment for TB. And anyone else that was been around in the family, in the household, needs to be attended to. You have to get on the medication for that so that you do not come down with TB. Okay, so those are the oils I want you to work with. I'm going to share another frequency, and then I'm going to leave you be. I'm going to share a quick story real quick. All right. So I sometimes when I'm getting messages and I'm thinking, okay, what's this message about? I'll start going through frequencies. I start seeing numbers and I'm like, okay, and then I'll start seeing words and letters. And then I'm looking and I said, you know what? Let me look this up. So one of my codes that I always see more than anything is 333. That's one of my favorite numbers, 333. And this one, this particular, I'll say the name, adenovirus is ADENOVIRUS, adenovirus. A virus that can cause colds, flus, and infections in the lungs, stomach, and intestines. So I saw that and I was looking at some of the signs and the symptoms and I was reading it from a nursing point of view of what is it? And it really kind of correlates with what we've all been experiencing and that it is very contagious. And I was like, interesting. So the frequency codes for this one is 333. Now, don't get it twisted. When I say the next one, don't put a sign on it because you were taught to fear this. I need you to research it without fear. Remember, this is all about knowledge. You come here, get knowledge, research it so you can learn. That when you are researching and learning things, it lifts up your frequency and your knowledge of what you're learning. And it gives you that more connection of wisdom. Knowledge is power. When you're reading and moving into that space and taking that in. So I'm going to say these numbers. Do not freak out. You need to look at the numbers and add them up and find out what is the final number that it comes up to. Okay, now I just told you 333. 666, okay, is another frequency. And then 768 and 962 is another one. So those are the 3-digit frequency numbers that you can use for this. And then one other listing, it starts to break it down into compound. It actually goes into a 444 combo. 300, 180 is another frequency for it. And here you go, 555. So here's the thing. When you add the 666 up, you get 18, correct? Am I right? Then you take the 1 and the 8, added together, you get a 9. What is 9 about? Completion. Done. All right? So that's why I was saying, those of us that have been taught, 666 is a sign of blah, 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 whatever. Learn to look at the hidden truth behind things. Instead of just taking it at face value that it's this, look at the hidden truth. So many people judge things, situations by first glance. I was taught that you get the whole story. If you do not get the whole story, you're only getting snippets. You are not dealing with the whole thing. When I work with people, and I want to know how long they've been dealing with something, I will ask, when did this first start? Because I want the whole story. You should always be asking, when did this first start? What is the whole story? So that you are not doing work on someone and then it keeps coming back. And you don't know why, because you didn't get the whole story. You didn't get the whole, when did it first start? You have to get the whole story. When did it start? What happened? So when you go in as the practitioner of your element, passion, or what you do, you can take care of the whole thing. It's not all fragmented somewhere and you're dealing with, well, what was said here, but left out this part when it started on this. Does that make sense? So as we move into June, get ready. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it's popcorn time. I'm not even going to say it's rebel time. I'm just going to say, what a predicament. But I just wanted to come on and share that really quick with everyone. Those of you that'll watch this later, great. Thank you for being in house. The ones sitting out on the side and watching. Most people that are leaving, thank you for your comments, and be good to yourselves. Please be good to yourselves. I want you to really love yourself. Okay? If anything, start to really love yourself. And I don't mean in a narcissistic way. I don't mean in a all about you self. I mean, love yourself as the divine being that you are, and come from that space. Come from that space in your heart. Come from that space within. Come from that unity of yourself. Okay. I thought that was funny, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I had two things happen. First, I got a wonderful invite, and I'm gonna sit with it, to take a travel, and there's someone that wants to meet me and would like to experience my spiral light work and some of my other things that I do, because this person just is going through an awakening period. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm sitting with that. So I'm probably just going to, I don't know, disappear and go on this trip, go take this journey. And I think I probably will end up doing it, because while I'm doing this journey, I'll get an opportunity to go and see Sage Goddess and go visit her shop. Love you, Sage Goddess. Thank you for all that you do online. And I would really, really like to go visit her shop and go see her place down there. But anyway, I go into LA's to go get the oils. and the young lady behind the counter, when I walk in, she goes, hello. And I go, hello, lovely. and she goes, can I help you find anything? And I said, nope, you have the oils here. Let me take a look. So I don't know what was going on, but someone in the back had says, I'm so done. I'm so over it. And then I said, me too. And then the other lady says, I am too. So we had all these people in the store saying, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. And then she said, show me how over you are. And everyone was doing things. What's over it? So I thought it was kind of funny how everybody was kind of expressing themselves. And then all of us started laughing in the store. And I said, you're joined in the heart and the soul when you can actually communicate and say that you're over it. So I thought it was funny. And it was a great way to just, I think if you really look, there is a lot of sincerity in the heart of people now, where there was a place where you were sitting in this I don't want to be bothered with it. There's that beautifulness that's coming out. Yes, there's others that are expressing other things, But there's most of us that are expressing this authentic love. And I think if we all just come from that place and just be that love, we can get through anything together. It's not a color thing, it's not a religion thing. It's just a simple human heart thing. And I'm going to end it there. All right. All right, happy ones. Be good to yourselves. Much love to you. Go out and make a difference. What do I do? Be that soul light. Be the blessing in the world. You are your solution to anything that's going on. Be that powerful creator. All right. Drink that water. Sleep good tonight. I probably won't be here tomorrow. I'll probably be on Facebook doing some work there. So I'll probably pop on maybe and see everybody on Sunday. Do something interesting. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I always try to set plans, but I never know what's going to happen because creator, I follow the boss. Boss gives me the deal. All right. Much love. Be so light. Be good to yourself. Sleep good tonight. All right. Thanks. Bye.